Hey Ben, how we doing, bud? First one in here tonight. Starting to rain outside already, which I don't even know how much they're talking about coming, but don't look real friendly the next couple days. Hey, Squirrely, how's it going? 90% chance of rain tonight and an 80% chance of rain tomorrow. Overcast, how we doing? No, Ben, we didn't. We did not. Hey, Jeep, what's up, buddy? Steven, we are almost ice free. Um, very, very close. Oh, GFM just got off your live. I seen your live earlier, but I wasn't able to get on tonight. We went out to eat for dinner and stuff. But LTO, how we doing? Braden, hey, I got your email today too, bud. I haven't got a chance to reply to you, but I definitely will. A and C, what's up, man? It's been a little bit. I haven't seen much from you here. Heard from you last month or so. Fashizel, oh wow, really? Hey, Adventure James, what's up, bud? I'm doing good, LTO. Doing good. We went Chinese, Ben. Um, no, yeah, we did go to Mexican actually. You're good. You're good. We go to those places a lot, Mexican and Chinese quite a bit, but that's what I seen your title. Got a snack. That's pretty cool. How big was it? And don't do the lie of how big it is. Tell me the truth. Boy, that sounded even worse. Yeah, LTO. That's what I'm like biting at the bit right now. Um, my buddy Luke went out today, set like 20 traps, and or yesterday, caught six beaver today, almost all 40 pounders, he said. And it's just, I want to put traps out right now because it's going to be great. The weather's going to be great for about 4 more days. And then we're dropping right back into a frozen tundra of, I mean, it's going to get down to like 6 or 8 degrees for lows, a high of 20 for about 3 or 4 days. And I do not want to go busting 70 to 80 TS-85s and drowning rods out of ice. So I'm kind of hoping to wait till that's over with, but I don't know. It's frustrating. I might just go out tomorrow and set some to scratch that itch a little bit. Wow, that's impressive. Hey, Mr. Somebody, how we doing, bud? Ben, start to think maybe you're spying on me. Oh, really, Ben? Snows? I know the snows are up here right now. I haven't seen any by my place, but normally they're here for a week or so. But I seen Blake. Was it last night's live, Blakely, or the night before? You're talking about it, having a spot close to home. So LTO, I'm thinking about doing something. I got a few spots here close to home. Probably do it like a 30-mile round trip, but at the same time, I don't want to just do little deals throughout the next month. I want to just hit everything I got as hard as I can for about 2 weeks and pull and be done and finish fur. That's I'm so ready to be finished to get all my fur finished. I'm biting at the bit. I know my wife's ready for me to be done. It takes a lot of work. Well, I mean, you guys watched my live the other night, or a few of you did. It's that finishing fur. It takes some time, and I sacrificed a lot by doing it. Oh, cool, Steven. Good deal, bud. Wow, James, that's awesome. That is awesome. Two otter, two mink, two coon, 14 rats, and two beaver. How's the fur looking on everything? I think the coon would probably be starting to get rough right now, but Ben, I've shot quite a few snows and blues. I've even shot one Ross, which is pretty awesome. I should have had that sucker mounted, but if the snows ever do fly around here and I can get a good field where I got permission, I'm gonna GoPro it. Me just charging them. Uh, I've my best I ever did. I had 4 shots in my gun and I killed 9 birds, so it was awesome for me anyway. That's pretty good. SS, how we doing, buddy? Eric, what's up, man? Yeah, man. Kind of made me a little concerned there, though. Just wishing Mother Nature would figure out what she's gonna do. That is just killing me right now. I mean, especially after Luke went out today and caught 6, and um, my buddies up north, they're catching beaver pretty consistently. So, hey, Judith and Dan, how we doing? Um, Something that I was gonna bring up with you too. Hey, there's Justin. I was just gonna mention that. Uh, so I'm gonna be experimenting with that StreamYard here probably the next couple weeks, where we can actually have a panel of 3 or 4 people up here actually talking like you see me, and we can't talk amongst ourselves and do chat on the side. Reef Robber showed me that here a little while ago, and I'm really liking that. I might try doing that. Um, and Judith and Dan and Justin uh, might get pull you guys up here, especially for a couple times. Um, pick your brains, and you can answer more chat from other people too, and give your take on it. But I thought that'd be kind of cool. I'm really thinking about it. Glad you made it, Justin. I figured you're asleep by now. Uh, that's actually funny, A and C. I'm not even fully ready yet. I still got brand new traps without tags, but pretty well set up. I got to make about weld up probably 10 or 15 drowners and tag traps. So I got a couple hours worth of work to do, but other than that, I got most of my locations located. I'm ready to go. Nice, Ben. Yeah, Richard, I'll bet you don't have much snow or ice down there. Probably pretty good beaver territory too. Oh, really, Jeep fam? That sucks. Hey, David, how we doing, man? Greg, we got 2 Ohio guys right next to each other here. LTO, the actual temperature, it's not, but the big problem you're going to run into is um, the animals can run into more of an issue with like heat exhaustion, and if they expire before you're there in 80 degrees, that fur is going to slip quick, very quick. Ben, I have used decoys for snows years ago. Boy, when I was in high school, me, my dad, one of his buddies who had a son my age, we did quite a bit of snow goose hunting. I shouldn't say quite a bit, but when they came up through here, we would take about 2 weeks and chase them around. And between the 4 of us, we'd kill 30 to 40 birds. So it wasn't crazy, but we had the electronic collar, probably about 300 decoy spread, mostly rags, but it was fun. Oh, tons of okay. Yeah, I'll bet you do, Richard. I'll bet you do. I'd love to go down there. Seems like those southern states, like Georgia, you guys have otter and beaver, like we have raccoons up here. LTO, if you're using like conibears or something to dispatch them under the water, it won't be as bad, but I'd still be checking it pretty quickly. And once you take it out of that water, that heat, I mean, you've got probably an hour to skin it before it's going to start going bad. That's my opinion, though, bud. Um, I'd just be very careful. Just got home from town, Justin. Nice. Hey, if any of you guys are looking for another channel too, Justin, buddy on here with Jut and Jen. I've never understood that, but he's got some pretty good bobcat sets, coyote sets. His series seems kind of like mine, more of an educational. Showing walkthrough sets. I'm flagging for bobcats. You should guys go over there and check it out. And subscribe. It's pretty cool. He's a friend of mine that we've talked online for shoot, Justin, a few years now. Before I started any of this YouTube stuff, and uh, really good guy. Always love to support him too. Corey, what about the intro song? What about it, boss? Hey, JR, what's up, man? Judith and Dan, tons of Beaver there too. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, otter will singe up quick. I never thought of that. Oh, JR, there's people trapping around me like I won't say like crazy, but all my local friends that are beaver trappers, they're out there, and um, the actual local buddy of mine, Luke, he set 20 sets yesterday and caught six today. I've got other buddies in different parts of the state that are catching them. Another real good friend of mine east of me, he just went out and put out a bunch of traps today. It's I'm biting at the bullet and I want to, but I don't want to jump this too early because we are going to be locked up and froze hard a week from today. Not I won't say crazy hard, but you know, 6 to 8 degrees for the lows for a couple nights and a high of 20. It's gonna be cold. Yeah, Eric, and that rain is gonna take the ice out for sure. Oh, thanks, Richard. I appreciate it, man. I really do. I have a lot of fun with these. Uh, I try to consider most of my stuff more educational. But yeah, I love doing this stuff. It's fun. I love doing these lives and seeing you guys interact with each other and ask questions. Um, we did that flushing live, and I think that went pretty well on Wednesday. For me, being by myself and not knowing what I'm doing, I think my wife's jealous because she wasn't involved in it. So I guess you just don't need me anymore. No, don't say that. Oh, of course, Justin. Absolutely, man. You got a great channel, and you're teaching with your videos, and that's all we can do. Logan, what's up, bud? Patrick, you've had beaver sets out since the close of regular season. That's awesome. How much? What was the worst ice you were fighting? What was the thickness? Hey, Purgatory, how we doing, bud? No, thanks, Mr. Somebody. I appreciate it. Oh, Jeep, she's doing all right. My daughter's she's definitely past bedtime, but my wife's letting her stay up a little bit, so they're in there watching a movie right now. Really, Judith and Dan, that's interesting. To keep otter from singeing, keep burlap bags, wet them, and put the otter in. That's interesting. Of course you would, Otter Cat. Go figure. Yeah, Eric, you're probably right. It's it's hard to tell. Like, there's certain things when I'm flushing or skinning something that I really want to get a good picture of, and without telling her exactly what and when to do that, it's tough. Wow, Kevin, that's awesome. Congratulations, man. What is your limit there in your state? 4 inches in South Kansas. That's not terrible then. We had guys fighting like 8 to 10 inches, and I won't do that for beaver trapping. I'll wait till spring. I have full access to the bank. They're traveling like crazy. Um, it would be a different story though if I was on a colony. I had a dam or something or dens around. But this stuff, there's no sign for most of it. Just setting and as they're coming through. I'm sorry to hear that, Ben. There you go, Jr. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, it's that might be boring news over here, but we have fun. Huh, Braden, that's interesting. Are you what sets are you using to catch these? I'm curious. There's definitely some very knowledgeable beaver trappers in here. I'm sure we can help you out on that. Fish on Trapper Pete, what's up, bud? How we doing? She should have just arrested you, Otter Cat. Just arrested you. Iowa Deer Slayers, what's up? Iowa Deer Slayers. I figured you'd still be up at the the Deer Classic. Yeah, Ben. I wish I could find the time. And that's the thing. That's another thing holding me back from setting traps now because I want to dedicate some time to it and really hit it hard. So I will be burning a few more vacation days, but uh, I just I don't want to do that too early. I want to make sure I can actually hit it, and I'm not just you know not putting the full effort into it. Oh, purgatory. Good question actually. So since I trap mostly roe for raccoons, any tip on open woods trapping for raccoon? Uh, I would say basically make a dot to dot with your big den trees. I've seen that a lot. Even if you're not in fields, but maybe there's a field edge close, right on the edge of that field, a lot of times there's trails, or on the low spots, coming down towards the creek, there's always something. Uh, find the biggest, most noticeable tree that you can along the way. In my opinion, in my area, if I was in the timber, that's where you're going to find them. Yeah, exactly. And see, and that's all I'll be doing. Have you started up there yet? Oh, okay, I got you. Iowa Deer Slayers. Hey, internet vet. Fake news fund. Ouch. Yeah, Ben. I'm hoping to hit it hard for about 2 weeks. So, oh, absolutely, purgatory. Again, that's what I would do. That'd be my approach. It's so hard because it's different for people all across the country. Uh, where I'm at, it's if you got timber and crops or timber and timber, you're intersecting them, crossing all the time. I should have filmed it actually. If you guys watched my whole series this year, one of my first stops every day was right alongside of the road. There's a raccoon that would almost be touching my tire right along a highway. In the last week, 5 days, there's been two roadkill coon right there. And I took probably 12 or 13 coon off that location. So I haven't hurt the population at all. I haven't seen James' video yet, Otter Cat. I'm gonna have to check it out. Yeah, I knew you're a little north of me yet, so um, yeah, ours are pretty well open. There's pieces of it that are very open. Yeah, my wife might have something to say about that, Ben. Jr. They're still down in Florida, and I think he's gonna be down there till what is it, April or close to it? Jeep fam. Now I really want to see what that is, James. You have to check that out after this live tonight. May 1st. So you got another almost 2 full months down there. I'm pretty jealous of that. My wife would be really jealous. She like she loves the beach in Florida and everything else. Hey, off the hook outdoors. How we doing? I just can't believe it's going to get that cold next week. Hey, CJ, how we doing, bud? LTO, you're flushing after your baseball game or practice, probably. Yes. Hey, Chad, you're lurking. Speaking of beaver trapping, how many sets did you get in today, bud? Didn't you put out a few more? I know you're disappointed about that snare, but I couldn't keep up on Snapchat today. I try, but since I turned notifications off for everything on my phone, I drastically fall behind on some of those group things. Oh, Jeep fam, that sounds terrible. Hey, Jack. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Just biting at the bit, start beaver trapping. Alex, what's up? Ooh, I'm actually glad you got on here, Alex, because that just made me think. I know the general area where you live, and there's a couple places over there I haven't checked out for beaver yet. James, hey, nothing wrong. That's why we do this, though. If it's that exciting for you, absolutely. Yeah, Blakely's. What's it going to be for you next Friday? Because next Friday, a week from today, was my plan on setting. Oh wow, LTO, that's crazy. Yeah, ANC, and that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to coordinate it too. I got a guy that's going to be riding with me. We're doing a collab. Um, Sean's outdoor. Uh, he's a big deer hunter. Food plots, pretty big with stuff like that, and he's going to be riding with me the first check. Yeah, are you guys supposed to get a lot of rain over there? Because I think you're supposed to get more than we are, boss. CV, what's up, bud? Oh, squirrely. Not necessarily that beaver does. That beaver was my biggest beaver, which it's hard because I think tanning shrinks them or something, but I got a picture of it. I'm gonna have to find on my old phone. It was 76 pounds. That's my biggest beaver ever. I had a buddy with me that was there too, showing him about beaver trapping, and I had to climb up almost vertical ditch with that sucker, and that about killed me. Uh, More memorable ones. This was my first mink. It's not even tanned. It's just flushed and dried. But from like 2003, I'm gonna say. It's held up fairly well. Uh, Caught it going into a muskrat hut in a 110 with the DNR waiting for me at the truck. So that was pretty cool. Wow, that's a lot of rain, Chad. That's a lot of rain. 758 or 578 beta. What's up, bud? Ben, I've never done that before. Probably the right thing if you can't release it would be just call the DNR and turn it in if it's not season. I mean, if you're licensed to hunt them and stuff, I don't know. I don't know how that would work. Oh yeah, absolutely, Brady. It's well worth the walk. Yeah, this here's my second bobcat ever. It's ugly. It's junk, but this was right at 30 pounds. Um, that was pretty cool. My first one ever got thrown away because it was in the freezer and somebody was cleaning out my freezer many years ago. So, yeah, we got my first fox over there, and yeah, first ever badger. So some of them have good memories. Some of them are just cool things that I want to get one tan, and I found a good one. Kind of like that skunk and that cat back there is a pretty good one. Yeah, James is a pretty cool mink. I was pretty excited. I was only what was I? 14 probably. I was pretty pumped. That would be tough, Judith and Dan. That would be tough. Derek, how we doing? I got a German short hair. Not much of a bird dog. We got her for a bird dog, but my wife made it more into a worthless lap puppy. Kills me. Yeah, Ben. It's a weasel. That's actually the only thing in this room that I did not catch myself. I actually won that. Probably the only thing I've ever won before in my life. Um, what is that? It's another tannery in Iowa. One stop tannery, one stop in eastern Iowa. Really nice guy. I just won that in one of his Facebook deals a few months ago. Kevin, I haven't used it at all, so I don't know. Oh, otter cat. I've caught plenty of mink in the past. Yeah. Uh, well, I should say plenty. Last year, I think I caught 9 on my northern route. 9 in 4 days, 3 days. Yeah, Blakely's. That sucks, man. That sucks. Yeah, there's a mink hanging from the deer. That's one I had tanned. This is my daughter's mink. She puts her hand up and it makes it a puppet and runs around eating people. It's kind of funny, but yeah, good mink. Another one Sleepy Creek did for me. Sleepy Creek Tannery. He did good work on it for sure. As well as that badger. That bobcat wasn't done by him. That was done by the oh, I always forget his actual name on there. Midwest Bone and Fur. My buddy, um, he does. He's starting up his own tannery, so he does pretty good for starting off for sure. Ben, haven't talked to him here recently. Oh yeah, Squirrely. I love this room. All these furs in here. It's just cool. Oh, cool, James. Nice. Tracy, how we doing? We're getting by, bud. 578. My coon routes. I think I hit 112 miles round trip on my biggest this year. Thanks, Steve. I really appreciate that. Um, I I've got some big things planned this year, and I got to say thank you to some of you guys. I've had a few of you reach out to me um, and donate supplies for me to hand out to kids at conventions or just when I see fit. If we've had a lot of young youth on here chatting, and I've actually been in talking to some of them and um, getting information from their parents, like phone numbers, some of you, just to make sure everything's okay and hopefully help them trapping in any way I can. If it's a little bit of supplies or just information, um, anything I can do to get more kids involved. Because, like I've said over and over, we're dying, guys. We really are. We got to get more people involved in this. Matthew, I'll cheers with you, buddy. Absolutely. My wife was making fun of me tonight. She says I say absolutely way too much. I think she's just high. Hey, Steve from Wyoming. How we doing? Mike Showers. What's up? Don't give up, Squirrely. The harder you try, the more sweet reward it will be when you catch one. I'm not hairless. I'm just cleaned up a little bit. But yeah, it's cold. I hate it. Yeah, Alex, we may have to do that sometime. We may have to get together. I'm pretty sure I know most of them. You're definitely welcome to ride with me anyway. But I trap. beaver trapping, I'm gonna go about another 20 miles west of you. So, um, and I've trapped coon around a lot of those roads pretty good, so I know the roads pretty well. But yeah, man, you're welcome to, especially if you want to get into beaver trapping later on. You're welcome to ride with me anytime. Exactly, Justin. Derek, do you have road right away trapping? I might have to do that. I just got to figure out how to do a giveaway. Jeep, I'm terrible at that stuff. G Trapper, what's up? James, yeah, I sell to a couple big buyers. Generally, I am actually getting all my skunks I caught tan this year, and I will be selling them when I get them back. Um, so that's kind of cool. I'll be selling tan skunks between Etsy and probably Facebook, eBay, stuff like that. Purgatory. Brian, what's up, man? Hey, Boxy. Hey, welcome to the party. I appreciate it, bud. The otter in the back, which is probably right there. Not bad. Not necessarily a huge one. Uh, I got one tanned. That was a darker one. This is my favorite one. I guess that's pretty substantially different, but uh, I really like this one. It's a lot darker. Hard to tell on the camera, but that was another one that Ben up Sleepy Creek did for me. This cat, though, this was a nice cat. This one my buddy made. Not made, but he tanned out for me. I really like that. Matter of fact, I actually I sold it to him to tan, and he showed me how what it turned out, and I bought it back from him. Kansas Trapper, how we doing? Oh, squirrely. That's just, I mean, that's just with anything. No matter the harder you have to work for it, the sweeter the reward. Like some of these big bow hunters that want to go out and kill 160-inch deer. Um, which I mean, 160-inch deer is a respectable deer here, but it's a really big deer in a lot of parts of the world. And you may have to pass on deer, and it takes a while, but when you get it, it's just that much better. Catching your first bobcat or your first otter, or maybe even a possum, whatever it is, it's awesome. Mark Larson, how we doing, bud? Glad you could make it. Judith and Dan, trust me, man. I remember that offer. I'm gonna see what I can come up. I'll get a few of them looking real nice at the end when I'm all done flashing, and let you pick one out. I'll definitely get you one. That's crazy, bro. 375 beaver. What's that for caster? Probably you probably got what, 40 pounds now? Oh, there you go, Jeep fam. I might have to do that. Yeah, Derek, when you're working that much, it's tough, but it's tough. Yeah, JR, and that's a I'd be happy with that deer for sure. Um, it just like there's guys around me. That one buddy of mine I work with, he's killed three with over 200 inches with a bow. But he puts his heart and soul into it. Biagio, what's up? Braden, I think we will. I think we will. We're gonna be giving away one of Jeep Fam's deals that he made me, the Euro mount holder. I got them right here next to me too. They never left this room because they're so cool. Ben, I do a little fishing. Nothing, to brag about by any means, but we'll go do a little bit of bass fishing or crappie or bluegill. stuff like that. I am going to be doing some bow fishing this year and filming it, which I'm really looking forward to. Oh, cool, Jr. 60 pounds, bro. That's a lot. What are you expecting for I'm assuming you're drying it or you keeping it green? Kind of what are you expecting for prices? I don't need sources or anything like that. Just kind of curious what with that much caster, you should have. I'm sure you've been working with someone or have a really good idea what it's going for. You got two otter the other day in the same trap once in a life. That's awesome. I've seen pictures of stuff like that, but I've never done that before. We got a little bit of everything: skunk, bobcat, badger, beaver, mink, raccoon, fox, weasel, muskrat. Ben messaged me, Iowa Trapper, the number two at Gmail. Squirrely, not very often. Um, most of our real taxidermists around here are all about deer. We don't have a whole lot of full body mount taxidermists around here. We do have one that's fairly close, but he gets so much stuff. It's insane. Ottercat Fur Country, I'm assuming Lures, has a great deal on Montana brand one and a halfs and twos right now. 79 and $88. Interesting. Thank you for sharing that, Ottercat. Tell you what, Adventure with James, that's something I've been playing around with. I don't know if it's going to be next year or the year after, but I'd love to come out to that sale um, and just see that sale. I mean, it's huge. I'd love to be there for it. Yeah. Oh, you sold most of the caster, bro. Good. From what I've been hearing, it's good that you sold it because it seems like caster keeps going down. Hey, Billingsley, how we doing, bud? I finally get you in here on the chat when I'm not just walking out as I see the chat popped up. So you want to talk about beaver trapping? There's your expert in my neck of the woods, anyway, guys. I've been talking to Billingsley here a little while and picking his brain about these beaver of what to do. Seems like there's a lot of guys catching them right now, man. My buddy just put out 20 traps yesterday and had six today, and he's north of me, so uh, it's interesting. Oh, scabs in here. Oh, great. Now things are going to hell. Jr. I don't know. I don't have the exact number on caster prices right now, but I'm saying you're probably look around 65 to 70 for finished. It's dropped fair amount from last year. Yeah, Adventure with James. I knew that. I almost sent some coon out there. I was really debating on it. Squirrely, I first started trapping. I think I was 12 the year when I saw somebody trapping, and the following year, I think when I was 13 is when I went out and tried it on my own. Yeah, bro, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. Yeah, Blakely's. I've been hearing that, but I haven't seen anything hard evidence of it. Yeah, yeah, Billingsley. They definitely sounds like they did. I just know those 3 days. I don't want to be busting stuff out of the ice and risking something happening. A lot of stuff happens under that ice that When I can't get to it, it just bothers me a lot. Boxy waiting for ice off. Like to go get a few more beaver. That's our ice is pretty well off now, almost completely, but uh, just it's gonna ice right back up again in a week. 55 for green. It was 70. Yeah. So what you're probably finished then now is probably close to 70 then, isn't it? Boxy, 60 to 80 a pound. That's kind of that's what I've been seeing. Right around that. Oh, JR's got 18 inches of ice yet. Ooh. Yeah, Caden, I've only had like three break 60. Um, and that was the only one to break 70. Oh, really, Mr. Somebody? That's crazy. That's awesome. Judith and Dan, my understanding of it, and correct me if I'm wrong, but fur harvesters, as well as what NAFA did, would they would dry it down so much, which you lose weight in caster shipping it no matter what. But if you brought them 10 pounds of caster, by the time they dried it down, you were down to like 5.2 or something crazy. That's my understanding of it, but I've never shipped through there, so I don't know. I haven't got anything yet, bud, Ben, but it might take a little bit. Really, James? That's crazy. I really think I'm going to be setting a few traps tomorrow. The wife's going on a shopping deal, um, which I got some house chores to do. But other than that, I think we're going to. I'll be going out and just setting the local spots around home. Set 3 or 4 locations just to kind of, well, get my feet wet. To be quite literally. Yeah, Justin. They wanted it dried too, but they had to dry it. I think to their requirement. It had to be so much percentage, kind of like corn or something. They had to dry it down to a certain moisture level. Yeah, Judith and Dan. That's kind of what my buyer that I've always worked with wants. Yeah, bro, and that's what I've always figured from my green to when I sent it to my buyer, it was 15 to 20%. I think I actually figured more than that. I figured it might have been like 25, but um, with seems like the auction houses, they dried it down way past once the people that sent it up there, they had it dried already, which you'd lose a little bit more, like 5% more maybe, or 10% even, but they said they lost like another 30%. So Kevin, I have not. They're still all finished sitting in my shop right now. Not even all of them are finished yet. I found digging through coon, I found like six more carcass rats from earlier. So oh, awesome, Squirrely. Well, good. I'm glad you're out there trapping. What do you target this year, Squirrely? Talk to me about your season. What's going on? Ruben, how we doing? I haven't heard much out of him recently. Uh, I know PC had oh his name was RC, which is crazy. Did some trapping with him, but I haven't seen PC on here for a while though. That dog whines. It drives me crazy. I'll grab one of these deals real quick, guys. All right, so this is what Jeep Fam made for me. We got 6 of these total. Iowa Trapper, Find Your Drive. It's the European mount. It's got the little tab right here that'll pop out and hang the back of your deer head on. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. If I get good background for it. Here, there you go. It did some work to it, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna give one of them away here a little later. You're just gonna have to stick around for when it happens. Caden, you can't trap them because then they don't want you trapping the coon or the bobcat and stuff like that. You can be selective with hunting. You can only shoot coyotes. You can let fox go by, bobcats, coon. A trap, footholds especially, they don't discriminate. Oh, okay, LTO, good. Yeah, right, Ben. My wife would kill me. Trap year round in Kansas. Yeah, I'm glad we can't trap year round. You get a bunch of people out there just I don't know, being dumb. Yeah, absolutely, Boxy. Yeah, absolutely, Justin. Give Squirrelius a young man trying to put some videos together. That's awesome. Trapping with Ralphie. How we doing, bud? Yeah, bro. I'm sure you have just a crazy amount of beaver in Arkansas, though. Crazy amount of beaver. All right, Judith and Dan. Take care, bud. Have a good night. Wow, a lot of you guys can trap year round. Hey, Brian, how we doing? Getting ready to go shed hunting tomorrow. That'd be all right, bud. Been finding anything recently? Oh yeah, Scav. Yours is the jungle there. Going fishing tomorrow. That's great. No, haven't had time to go. I get it. Oh, Patrick, that'd be cool. It'd be tough cold rolling into there, not knowing anything about it, not knowing where to go, unless you had someone local that could really take you to all the spots. Yeah, Man, now I really want to watch James's video. Must have gotten really excited, whatever it was. All right, guys. So, you ready for my first ever giveaway? I've never done one of these, so this should be interesting. For the Iowa Trapper Find Your Drive, if I hold it right side up, Euro mount holder with that little tab that pops out. Um, we're gonna try this. Who knows? I've never done this before, so going after some steelhead. That'd be nice, Jr. Oh, good, Ralphie. You should. You should. Ruben, you got a beaver on a drowner. That's awesome. Okay, James. First thing in your new Duke 850 Pro. So I'm just gonna throw it out there and say you got an otter. All right. So numbers 1 through 100 and go. I've already got it wrote down. You have to keep my eyes open on this. Oh wow, you guys move quick. Oh, timeout, stop. We're good. Squirrely got it with 3. Squirrely got it, guys. Congratulations, Squirrely. Young man got it too. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Squirrely, uh, you need to email me, Iowa Trapper, the number 2 at Gmail. Um, message me, then I'll get your address and we'll get this shipped out to you. So that's cool. I like that. I realize how many people like lurk in the background, like names that I've never seen before that just pop out for that. That's awesome. That's fine. That's great. Deer Slayer, um, we just did a giveaway for one of my European Iowa Trapper Find Your Drive hangers. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Just so you know, Jeep fam, I'm not going to be able to give all of them away by any means. Um, I'm going to keep probably at least 2 of them for myself because they're awesome. Yeah, Justin, it really did. It really did. I've been thinking about how to do it because he gave them to me to give away. And, I've seen Jay do it several times, but I don't have quite the base that he does. And I was like, how do I do this? Because another thing I've also been thinking about doing too is like getting some stuff like that. I got another local guy here in town that can make me some stuff. Um, if I can do it at cost and then actually like auction it off, and then after 10 minutes, the highest price gets it, and then I'll take that money to invest in traps to send to kids or something like that. Um, I'm always working something, always doing something for sure. Yeah, Scab, that worked out well. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, Otter Cat. Jeep fan, I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and buy those other things that you sent me a picture of, and you tell me uh, how many you're going to make of them, and I will buy sets of them from you. And, I'll buy 50 sets of them from you and just auction them off as a set or don't give them as a set. But that thing that you got going is awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Ruben. Jeremy, that is awesome. I'm glad that worked for you. Um, it's finishing your first few furs, you are going to ruin some. You will, no matter what. There's no questions about it. Doesn't matter if you take 5 hours to do one coon. You're gonna because you just don't get that feel. Um, and I promise you, I haven't seen him on here tonight, but I got a really good friend of mine, Chad. He started finishing fur this year for the first time, and at first he's like, "This is ridiculous. I'm not gonna do it." He did 5 or 6, and he didn't like it. And I kept telling him, "Get past it. You'll do better and better." And I don't know what he had, like 60 or 70 coon. By the end of it, he's like, "Yeah, these look pretty good. This is fun." Put up a bunch of coyotes too, and he's like, "That's I take a lot of pride looking at those finished coyotes." And I'm like, "Exactly. That's awesome." CNC, how we doing? I don't. I'll get with you, Jeep fam, but I wouldn't mind having 50 sets of them. We get them out here, get them out here to the for people to see. We'll figure something out for sure. Scab, that's all right, bud. Oh, I doubt that, Mark, by any means. But I'm just glad I was able to help him out. That's awesome. CNC put up for tomorrow. Awesome. You guys do a lot of fur handling, do you? Yeah, trapping with Ralph. You got crazy there pretty quick. Donald. I would be the same way. Like, been an interesting winter. Yeah, I hear you there. I hear you there. Well, yeah, Braden. I want to pick a number that no one's gonna think of. That was the thing. I'm like, let's find a number that everyone's gonna think of, like 64 or 75. Everyone does this middle thing. Let's throw one at the end of the spectrum. Exactly, Ruben. The angle of